How's it going, PGL fans? I'm Trxo, your coach of the Indianapolis Cobalions. We're here for week 8 of the PGL, coming in at a nice and clean 4-3 record, going against Papacy and his New York Klinks, and he is bringing the Cobalion, Spiritomb, Mega Beedrill, Celesteela, Tapu Bulu, and Solrock, and we are bringing the Assault Vest Jellicent, our uber defensive Rocky Helmet Mandibuzz. Also have a bulky rocks with the 3 elemental punches on our Miltank. With max HP, max defense, we have a Scarf Naganadel, we have a Banded Diggersby, and then our last mon is the Grassy Seed Unburden boosted Aselgor, which is a secret tech to deal with to get a nice clean late game sweep with the Aselgor. So with taking advantage of that Grassy Train will help us out a lot. But anyways, with all that being said, let's hop into battle and see what goes down. Ugh. So when I was looking at this team, I didn't know really what would be the best one to lead off with. So as we see, I figured he'd be either leading with a Cobalion or the Zoroark though. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna take a risk. We're gonna lead Jellicent. If it works out, works out. And I just clicked the Scald here. I clicked the nice middle ground Scald. He does this Volt Switch out, so it told me it was actually his Cobalion that was in on this. And he's gonna return to his trainer. And out comes the Spiritomb here. Now the Spiritomb is a mon that could be annoying because I didn't bring the coverage to deal with it specifically. So I had to make sure I could get as much chip on as possible. And that burn right there really is gonna help us negate the leftovers recovery. He'll be getting the entire battle, which is very, very good for us. Especially later on in the battle. Moving on to this turn, I'm just going to switch out, but due to that burn, his pursuit's not going to do very much damage. I was a little bit worried about it, but due to us being max HP, we're able to eat that up pretty well and combo that with the burn, and we're not taking any damage. And we're going to sit in Chocho because I figured this would be a perfect opportunity to get my rocks. We have a burn Spiritomb on the field. The worst thing he can do is Toxic me. He can't Shadow Sneak me. He might be scared of the Scrappy set, but we were actually not Scrappy or Sap Sipper. And we just put Roxy decided to stay in here, as he does just go for the Toxic there. I need to not be looking at my OBS. Let's just look at this. Okay, there we go. My bad. So we're gonna take a little bit of Toxic damage. I figured at this point he was just gonna switch out. So I'm just gonna click a nice middle ground Fire Punch because that hits the Beedrill, it hits the Celesteela, and it hits Tapu Bulu, which I figured that out of all of them, Tapu or Celesteela will be coming in. She does withdraw here. It sends out Metador, which is on Tapu Bulu, so we do get off some nice and clean damage here. And the Grassy Terrain is here, and I click the Fire Punch. We're gonna do some nice damage. Nothing too crazy though. It does do a little bit. It weakens it too, at least. It weakens the mon, at the very least. And he's gonna get some lefty's recovery from that Grassy Terrain. At this point, I decide to switch on out into my Selgor, try to get off some nice cheeky kill with the Grassy Terrain boost, just cause why the heck not, you know? So we are gonna get that Grassy Seed to raise our defense. Our defense at +1, our speed is doubled. We are gonna be able to eat this Rock Slide due to the +1 in our defense. Not very well though, we do eat it though, so it did save us for one turn, which is pretty exciting stuff, honestly. As you see, he's starting to get a little bit HP back. From that, he's gonna withdraw here. I click the Sludge Bomb. If I would have clicked the Giga Drain here, I would have got a little bit HP back. But I'm like 90% sure this is a Stealth Rock or a Assault Vested Cobalion. So they're like, you know what? There's too many Steel types on this dude's team. I'm just gonna stack on my Selgor here and get off a nice and clean switch in. And that's exactly what we do. Or actually, no, I switch out. Never mind. I thought I just stayed in. I sent in Kimimaru, the Mandibuzz here. He goes for the Iron Head, which isn't gonna do too much damage. You know what? I was like, I believe this man to be a Assault Vested, so I'm just clicking knockoff because I don't think he's staying in here. He does actually end up staying in. What am I talking about, Dan? Hold up. Wait, what? Actually, never mind. I go for a Brave Bird here. That's right. So we do see there he is not Assault Vested or not Choice Scarf, but I added down to either Scarf or Vest. I'm pretty sure this confirmed that it was a Assault Vest set. We're gonna click the Roost here. Get some nice and clean HP back. We are going to be able to live this Volt Switch. It does come into play later on in the battle. I don't know if that was a low roll or not, but it could have been. I don't know for sure. As Celesteela comes in here, see Celesteela take some chip we click the Roost here. And after this turn, we're gonna click the Knockoff, which is gonna come into play a little bit later. That's gonna come into play actually in this sequence right here, because he's gonna totemize. I was like, oh shit, he's a totemizing. This is a threat. I need to take care of this thing immediately. Now, luckily, I was able to knock off the expert belt, which means we also got a crit, which is nice. We got rid of the expert belt, which made it so that we can take these rock slides much better, much better. So he's gonna do a little bit of damage, but as you can see, that's not much damage at all. And we can just click knockoff and start wearing this thing down little by little. And eventually we can 1v1 this thing, because rock slide's not doing enough damage, barring a flinch. And as you can see, on the most crucial turn, he does end up getting this flinch, which is really unfortunate for us. But we're gonna be able to just say, you know what, we can switch out real quick. We're gonna go into our mill tank, who is max HP, max defense as well. So we're gonna be able to take this rock slide like it's nothing, like it is just nothing at all. We're laughing at that, honestly. And we're gonna click a nice and middle ground fire punch again. Don't really want to veer. Actually, do I click the fire punch? I'm not 100% sure. But let's go for the Iron Head. Luckily, it's not get back-to-back flinches, and we do get off nice and clean. Fire punch takes it down low enough to the point where I can switch a Manda Buzz on the incoming Iron Head and kill it, while keeping the Trxo relatively healthy, which was my plan at this stage in things. Anyway, so in comes in Kimimaro once again, who is low, and then with the Rocky Helmet damage, we will be taking out the Celestial when our Manda Buzz goes down as well. So at this point, it is 5-5. I'm looking at his team. I'm like, actually, I said Kakashi here, so never mind. I just kind of didn't know what he wanted to go into. I was like, you know, I'll just sack Kakashi because whatever, doesn't really matter. He's gonna Mega Evolve into his Mega Beedrill. He's just gonna take out my Aselgor right here, because Aselgor can't really match the Beedrill. I'm not Scrept, I don't think. Yeah, I wasn't Crept, it's outspeed. So at this point, I'm looking at his team, and his team's starting to look a little bit worn down. So I'm starting to think, you know, we're getting to the point where Naga can come in and start putting some work. He sends in Kobe, the Cobalion, once again. And right here is actually a pretty crucial play. So you send in Hozuki, to try and get a little bit more chip on this Cobalion before we want to, because we're starting to think about start the Naganadel sweep, but we just want to get a little bit more damage off on his mons before we do that. He's going to switch out and going into his Beedrill. I'm going to get off nice and clean chip here. Once again, just setting up a nice and clean sweep. We do cut off a nice and clean Ice Beam as well. Do a little bit more damage to this Beedrill to the point where Naganadel will come in a revenge kill, and then that's where things really start getting spicy for us. As it's now 4-5, no, it's 3-5, and Papa C's favor, so we need to turn the tide battle right now. And I was like, you know what, we're gonna apply some pressure with Naganadel. So I just click Flamethrower. We're gonna knock out this, we're gonna knock out that Mega Beedrill and get ourselves a +1 special attack, and at +1 special attack, the only mon that really can live a hit from where at what HP they're at is his Spiritomb. So he's just saying Kobe, barring Scarf, barring a bunch of different stuff, we are good to go. And he's gonna switch out into the Spiritomb, which is best hit scenario for us, because then we can live the hit, or we can do some damage, live the Sucker Punch, and kill with the Flamethrower due to that burn that we mentioned earlier in the battle that had played a huge role. This is where that came in clutch, as we are able to live the hit and then click Flamethrower. Because the Sucker Punch would have taken us along to the point where a Scarf User later on in the battle would have taken us out. So Flamethrower there is going to take out the Spiritomb. So now we're at +2, and nothing on his team lives a Flamethrower at this point. So unless he has a Scarf User, we are good to go. He does have he does end up having a Scarf Zork in the back, which is right here, I believe. No, this is not a Scarf Zork. This is just his Cobalion. No, this is a Zork. Never mind. This is a Zork. It took more damage. As you can see, the hidden power, I believe it's Ice. It is hidden power Ice. We do luckily live it though. If that was not a burned Spiritomb, that could be a different story. And we do get off the nice and clean Flamethrower. Down goes the Zork. Name Yato. That's a cool name. And then we just have to clean up here with the Cobalion and the Tapu Bulu, which neither one can take a hit from. Nagandel +3, especially when they're both weak to fire. And we're gonna click the flamethrower here, back to back, and that will be a GG to Papacy. GG to him. Be sure to check out his side of the battle as we do advance to 5-3 on the season. Looking pretty solid for plays with 2 weeks left. If we can secure one more win, I believe we're in. Maybe not. I'll have to check the standings, see how everything's going. But we do have 2 tough matchups remaining, so we still need to be on our A game and make sure we can bring it home and get into the playoffs one and for all. And that is the game. GG to Papacy, and I will see you guys for week 9 of the PGL. I think we're going against the Chatham Charizards and EXP Awesome. I'll see you guys then. Peace.